Hello guys! Welcome to our English lesson. Today we are going to consider the word aid from the book of words by Ағылшын. Before, I would like you to introduce to our lesson objectives. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to understand the main points in unsupported, extended talk and give a brief description of the work of the famous poet. Use appropriate vocabulary, talk about a range of general and curricular topics. Interact with peers to make hypotheses about a wide range of general and curricular topics. And now, please pay attention to this poem and say, who wrote this poem? Look to the future, whatever you do. Bragging and slander, odious lies, foul dissipation, laziness too. These are 5 things a man should despise. Yes, you are right. This is a great Kazakh poet, a great thinker, composer, philosopher, the founder of written Kazakh literature, Abay Qonanbayev. The heritage he left his nation is rich in songs and the poems, translations, and the prose. His translations of the poetry written by Russian writers and the poets such as Pushkin, Lermontov, and Krylov became the national patrimony of Kazakhstan. Words of edification or book of words take a special place in the Abay's art. Under this name combined 45 words, small, carefully crafted, artistic, stylistic completed fragments. Today, we will try to understand Abay's word aid. Dear pupils, before reading the text, please take into your consideration these new words. Hit to pay attention to something, especially advice or warning. Volast, name for the territory ruled by the Nayas. Inclination, a feeling that you want to do a particular thing or the fact that you prefer or are more likely to do a particular thing. Concerns, a worried or nervous feeling about something or something that makes you feel worried. Inadvertently, in a way that is not intentional. Livestock, animals and the birds that are kept on a farm, such as cows, sheep, or chickens. Herd, a large group of animals of the same type that live and feed together. Brag, to speak too proudly about what you have done or what you own. Scoundrel, a person, especially a man, who treats other people very badly and has no moral principles. Meek, quiet, gentle, and not willing to argue or express their own opinion in a forceful way. And now, guys, I believe you are ready for listening. Let's read the text. Will anyone heed our advice and listen to our counsels? One man may be a Volast chief, another a bee. If they had the least desire to become wise and learn sense, would they have sought such posts? These people consider themselves quite clever enough and seek power so as to teach and give guidance to others, as if they themselves had attained the heights of perfection, had nothing further to do but instruct others. Are they the kind who would have the inclination or spare the time to listen to us? Their minds are filled with other concerns, not to offend their superiors inadvertently, not to provoke the anger of a thief, not to cause trouble and confusion among the people, and not to land on the losing end, but to gain some personal advantage. Besides, they must be always helping somebody, getting someone out of trouble. They're always too busy. The rich, they want for nothing, be it only for a day. They have wealth and they think they possess the treasures of well-nigh half the world, and they can pay in livestock for whatever they lack. They set their sights high and their ambitions even higher. Honor, conscience, and the sincerity are no dearer to them than their herds. They are certain that if they own livestock, they will be able to bribe even the Most High. Their herds take the place of everything else to them: their native land, people, religion, family, and the learning. Why then they should listen to other people's advice? Some fellow might be inclined to lend an ear, but he has no time for that. He must feed and water his livestock, protect it from thieves and wolves, shelter it from the cold, and find someone to do these chores. Now this man is too busy to need good counsel. When he has seen to all this, he will be boasting and bragging. So he has no time left for anything else. As for thieves and the scoundrels, they obviously would not listen anyway. The poor, meek as sheep, are only concerned about getting their daily bread. What good is advice, wisdom, and learning to them when even the rich do not want it? Leave us alone. Speak to those who are cleverer than we are, they say, as though knowledge were of no use to poor folk. They do not care about anybody, the poor. If they had what other people have, they would know. No worries. And now, students, read the text again and try to do the following practice tasks. Task 1. Right you are, the picture number 2. In this picture, we can see maybe the last chief or a bee or a rich people who are described in Abai's word 8. Task 2. Answer the following questions. What exactly did Abai want to say in these words? B. Consider themselves smarter than everyone else. The rich think that everything can be bought. Thieves and scammers have no honor. The poor do not care about knowledge and truth. Then, who will study and who will be taught? Thought Abai. Did Abai criticize poor for being illiterate? No, he criticized the poor for refusing to listen to advice or heed counsels, as they were too busy feeding themselves and their family. Task 3. True or false? Are the following statements true or false, according to the information in the passage? First, the author believes that the last chief and the bee refused to take advice because these people consider themselves smart enough and seek power to teach and mentor others. True. Second, the rich, they must be always helping somebody, getting someone out of trouble. They are always too busy to need to heed advice. False. Third, they also criticize the poor and the destitute as they are illiterate and helpless. False. They also urges the reader to free himself from vices that derogative to his dignity, strive for spiritual perfection, and follow the path of acquiring knowledge. It is true. Very good, guys. Let's continue. Task 4. Point out the meaning of the highlighted words in the sentence. 1. Their minds are filled with other concerns, worried feeling or a state of anxiety, having a clean, tidy and stylish appearance, a suggestion or plan for doing something. Second, he must feed and water his livestock, sell it at a premium, protect it from thieves and wolves, shelter it from the cold, and find someone to do these chores. Another type of tall plant without a wooden trunk, a part of building for special purpose, animals and the birds that are kept on a farm, such as cows, sheep, or chickens. Three, the poor, meek, as sheep are only concerned about their daily bread, rude, obedient, illiterate. Very well. Today, during the lesson, you have learned the main points in unsupported extended talk, and you can give a brief description of the work of the famous poet. Also, you can use appropriate vocabulary and the syntax to talk about a range of general and curricular topics. And now, I want you to complete these sentences. Today at the lesson, I found out. It was interesting to know about. I was surprised. I want to know. Students, at home you should read the text again and summarize it in your copybook. On this note, our lesson is coming to an end. I hope you have learned a lot of useful things for yourself, and it will be useful for you in the future. See you soon. Goodbye.